welcome. We bring you a regular season game with and as some of you might know, this game serving as the third contest in group play of the NBA Cup tournament for these two teams. Grant, a lot on the line here tonight for them.
Yeah, BA, and both sides are very much alive in the group stage at this point. Whoever gets the win here is well on their way to the next stage of the NBA Cup.
And a lot of talk this year about MP and his sights set on securing the NBA Cup for his team. It really adds a bit of intrigue and drama to what's already become a fan favorite here in the early goings of the NBA season.
Yeah, as if we needed any more drama. MP, I think, draws a lot of attention to himself with his expectations and goals, but I admire that he puts his vision into reality and isn't afraid to tell the world what he wants to achieve. MP always seems to find a way to give us must-watch NBA action.
A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. We've got Sadiq Bey. DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Zion Williamson, and it's MP in at the center, filling out the middle. And now let's check in with Allie to see what she has on MP for us. Take it away, Allie.
We have a bit of a lineup change tonight. MP is stepping into the starting five in a move that many fans have been hoping for. Coach told me, quote, MP's earned it. He put in the time and he's done things the right way. He's looked like a starter for a while now. It's quite the journey for the rising star from Vermont.
You know, it seems his moment has arrived. Thanks.
What a quality possession. MP cashing in down low.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. A long-limbed 6'5" guard, Grant. Talk about what DeJounte Murray brings to the table.
Oh, man, defense, defense, defense. I mean, he's led the league in steals, BA. And Murray is really good at disrupting the point of attack, making things hard on the opposing ball handler.
Now here's MP. His nightly numbers respectable, putting up 10 points a game.
Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
Here's Irving. Outside Bagley. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. The last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
And so it's Dallas with it. After the basket by New Orleans. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Bay. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Well, that pass is a product of Kyrie Irving's great instincts. He's got a terrific mind for the game.
Here's MP. And that one's long. For Dallas, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Pass to Christie. Irving up top. Over Murray. Another one falls for Dallas.
Excellent setup. The pre-shot preparation, getting into that catch-and-shoot game. We see it, Kyrie.
Back to MP. To the wing, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. And it's flagged with a rebound. For Dallas, they've got 6 of 8 shots to go to the paint. And Trey Murphy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks. And then for New Orleans, Jones, he's checked in for Bey. And it's Fears in for Murray. Middleton outside. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter here. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Here's Williamson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williamson's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Excellent work inside from Williamson. This is why he's so aggressive down there.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 9, a solid percentage so far. That one goes. Count it.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Middleton against Williamson. That one's good from Powell. On the assist by Middleton. Powell's got his second basket.
You love how Powell goes to work on the block, muscles his way to establish himself and deliver.
MP, that one's good.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Middleton, to the inside. And Powell with the stuff.
Oh, neither of these teams can miss. At the same time, neither is playing a ton of defense either.
And it's good. But hang on here, the officials.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And again, they need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And they're going to take another look at the replay to make sure. But to me, it looked like he got it off in time.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those points didn't count. I'm so glad the officials were able to...
And so it's MP making things happen for the Pelicans. Moving the rock and looking for a shot. Pelicans going with a whole new group out there. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Murray from outside. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 7 assists in the game. Mavericks trail by 6. Grant, when you talk about the Pelicans, year after year, it comes back to health.
You sometimes wonder if there's something in the water in New Orleans or some bad juju, because they're certainly due for some better luck.
Marvin Bagley is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Najee Marshall. Then there's Max Christie. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's MP. Nice job by MP converting in tight.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Outside Bagley. Back to Irving. Takes it inside. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Murray. MP, the pass to Murray. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Here's Christie. Sinks the tray.
Well, hey, P.J. Washington, such a selfless teammate. Very pretty pass.
And so Murray will bring it up for the Pelicans. 3-point lead. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Shot clock at 6. Irving for 3. No good that time. Zion Williamson has been on display for the Pelicans. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back after this word.
Their offense is flowing. Guys are getting into their spot. The ball is finding them. Great execution so far, guys.
I'd say our... And now let's take a moment to see how the West stacks up here. And that's a wrap on halftime.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It has been a clinic out there by Zion Williamson.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Zion Williamson out there with Sadiq Bey. Then it's MP. Then it's Murray. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thank you very much for the report, Shams. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Irving. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Irving's got 9.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Drains the triple. Murray's got his 3rd basket of the night.
When Murray is hitting from deep, it's huge because it helps open up this offense even more.
Christie passes to Bagley. And here's Washington. Here's Flagg. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game.
And what an explosive finisher. Flagg's going to give us plenty of highlights in his career.
Grant, looking at Cooper Flagg, his versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
That one falls. 6 points for him.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
MP scanning the floor. Pass to Williamson. Back to MP. Right wing. Williamson passes to MP. Back to Williamson. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Murray for 3. Washington grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 4. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Christie's shot is off. New Orleans is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the 3rd. Outside Murray. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. He drops it from range. May's got 7.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
Outside Irving. Christie with a screen on Murray. Inside, here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again. And
for Powell. And New Orleans will go for a different look here. Flagg is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Najee Marshall. And it's Williams in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And the basket by MP.
Yeah, excellent play by MP on the offensive glass, working to keep the play alive.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this 4th quarter. Outside Irving. Out to the right wing. Here's Flagg. Puts up a 3. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Poole. Here's MP. Williamson outside. 6 to shoot. MP outside. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. So for Dallas, Bagley's checked in for Chris Middleton. Washington comes in for Marshall. And Christie subbed in for Williams. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Takes a 3. Cash from downtown.
Yeah, and this young kid Flagg has so much confidence in his scoring ability, and that makes him dangerous off the catch.
Outside MP. They outside. From deep. The 3 ball is down.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Washington fires. No good from 3.
Boy, not much defensive pressure on that 3, but he still couldn't make it.
Yes, sir!
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
Bagley. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. MP. Oh, he dropped it straight in.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point. Boy, this is how you move the ball effectively. They're not just passing it around the horn, they are passing with a purpose.
The Pelicans call timeout. MP with it. Irving picks him up.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Pelicans.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And with the win, the season series is tied 1-1. You have to love how competitive these games have been with 2 more left to play.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
I'll tell you, he was their engine all game long, setting his teammates up for success.
And MP throws it down.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And this team is better when Murray is engaged defensively. And that was a big-time block.
MP, that one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. And the Pelicans lead by 21. 27 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley. Here's Murray. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Here's MP, and they pick up 2.
You know, his selectiveness is worth mentioning here. This guy is not forcing shots, and yet he is cooking.
And so New Orleans takes this one by a large margin. And they picked up their 2nd win in the group stage of the NBA Cup.
Well, that moves them to 2-1 during group.
Everyone, and welcome. And we got a special game for you. So great to be here on the day before Thanksgiving, whetting our appetites with some NBA basketball. Greg, it gets no better than this.
I'll tell you, these teams seem to be really hungry, right? Guys love winning the holiday games. It just makes victory and that turkey tomorrow taste a little bit sweeter.
And for MP in this last group stage game, it's very important for him to have a great performance.
Yeah, MP has to be happy with his team's position in this final group stage game. All you can ask for is a chance to advance. Remember, MP's made it known he wants to lift that NBA Cup.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. You've got Morant. Edie out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Jalen Wells. And it's Coward in at the 2-guard spot.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I was able to speak with James Borrego for a minute. We got to talking about what do you do defensively against Ja Morant. And Coach said staying on top of him isn't easy, so our focus is on shutting down the lanes and not giving him the openings to attack. We want to make Morant force the issue. Putting Morant in tight spots is the name of the game here. Back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. The electric Ja Morant, the leader of this team, Stan. What's his focus need to be going forward?
Well, look, Kevin, I think it's pretty simple with Ja Morant. We know how good he is. Can he keep himself on the floor on a consistent basis, which for Ja means staying healthy and staying out of trouble. If he can do that, there's no question about his ability or his ability to lead this team.
Williamson uses the glass to finish the layup.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And the dunk by 80.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
The kick out to Poole. Williamson, the pass to MP. Murray right side. Back to MP. In the corner, Murray with it. Pass to MP. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Jacks up a 3, and it's Murray. That time an assist by MP.
Well, look, when you handle the ball a lot like Murray does, you have to keep an eye on the clock.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game. Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
There's 1:59 left in the first quarter of the game. Morant finds Edey.
Oh my gosh. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? You give Morant about an 11 there?
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. And that one's good. MP.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top.
So James Borrego decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
They've got Zion Williamson. DeJounte Murray is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's MP, and it's Bay in at the 3. That's the Pelicans' 5.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunity, get to the line.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Aldama's checked in, and there's the bucket from MP.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And Coach Van Gundy, the big name for Memphis is Ja Morant, but his superstar trajectory hitting a little bit of turbulence.
Well, some of those troubles were self-inflicted, Kevin, but also questions about his high-flying style. As he said himself, the falls can take it out of you.
Fears he's checked in for DeJounte Murray. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And another key for them tonight, attacking the basket. Taking it right to the hoop, never a bad idea.
Pelicans leading by 4. MP outside. Poole finds Williamson. New Orleans moving it around. Over in the corner, Poole. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Grizzlies trail by 7. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, Ja Morant able to fly with the best, but he said, sometimes I get knocked out of the air and hit the floor. After the game, you may feel that, so I just pick and choose, man. Hey, 2 points is 2 points. I get it done. That's all that matters. Back over to you, Kevin.
He can still get up. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks.
And that's back-to-back threes, but he just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
To the paint. That's good from Fears on the assist by MP. And now a 10-point Pelican lead. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Edey, and the dunk by Edey.
Well, it's so tough trying to keep Edey off the boards. When he's being aggressive like this, he's a real wrecking ball.
MP, it's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7, he has made 7.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Morant looking around. The 3-ball by Morant.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pelicans lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Greetings, everybody. Before we...
You know, for the Pelicans, they've played below average basketball coming out the gates. They were hoping for more. They were talking a good game in the preseason.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the New Orleans Pelicans.
I love the depth.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Zach Edey really making a difference here.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
Starting the second half, here's Tromas Isolos 5. They've got Jalen Wells. Santi Aldama is out there with Edey. Then it's Morant, and it's Coward in at the 2.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Shams, we thank you very much for that report. Here's Coward, following the basket by MP. To the middle, here's Edey. He pulls it in.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Down low, Wells with the steal. To the inside. In the center of things, Morant.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
New Orleans leading by 3. Pass to Bay. Back to MP. The kick out to Poole. Williamson with the bounce pass. On the wing, Murray. For 3. And it's Coward with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Pass to Aldama. Now here's Morant from 13. And it's good off the glass. Edey's got 22.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
And unfortunately, Coach, the Pelicans still looking for the franchise's first deep playoff run.
Yeah, just 2 playoff series wins since their arrival in New Orleans back in 2002. They've had some tremendous talents, but the stars have yet to align.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isola. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Memphis moving it around. Back to Aldama. Looking for Edey. He gets it there, and he makes that one.
Well, when Edey gets on a roll, it's hard to stop all 7'4" of him. He's been fantastic tonight scoring.
They've got Jordan Poole. Sadiq Bey is out there with Zion Williamson. Then it's MP, and it's Murray in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now here's Williamson. 4 on the shot clock. Edey rips down the rebound.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
The long shot, no good. Pelicans trail by 10. MP outside. MP going to work inside.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Edey outside. Launches it. Not going to go. And so, MP will bring it up for the Pelicans. Williamson. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Well, there's nothing you can do when Zion is at the rim like that. Impossible to move him.
Another chance here. Murray rips down the board. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Edey with the steal. Morant with it, and it's Bey picking him up. Morant pulleys his way inside.
Yeah, really nice finish there with contact. Morant with great body control.
Outside Murray. Now MP shoots the 3. Buries the deep ball.
Well, he might be young, but it's easy to see why they go to MP when they need a big-time bucket.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Now Bey. Here's MP. Puts up the 3. Does not go in. There's 48 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Morant outside. Beyond the arc. MP with the rebound. On offense here are the Pelicans. 7-point differential. Poole outside. Bey. 3. Good. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And an intentional foul right there.
Third team foul.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Morant. 2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Edey rips down the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. And this is their first win of the group stage after losing their first 2 games.
And as it stands,
Well, and the power rankings. And let's check in with Jennifer Quintana.
So, Coach Ray, how is your team approaching?
All right, Jennifer, thanks. Good stuff. A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. We've got Murray. MP is out there with Zion Williamson. Then it's Jordan Poole, and it's Bay in at the small forward position. And for Denver, Murray out there with Tim Hardaway. Then there's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Peyton Watson, and it's Valanciunas in at power forward. And this is, of course, a critical game for MP to come through and help his team stay alive in the battle for the NBA Cup. I'm anticipating the intensity to be a little more ramped up in this one.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you can sense that element of urgency. We're going to see players diving for the loose balls, pounding defense, some fast-paced action end-to-end. All eyes, including mine, will be on how MP rises to the occasion.
Well, this game has that extra juice tonight. 2 NBA Cup group winners going at it.
Yeah, these have been 2 of the best Cup teams in the West. This should be a fantastic game. A spot in the semifinals is on the line.
A guy who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Jokic on top of that one.
Here's MP, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
The Nuggets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. They're taking on DeJounte Murray, the long, skilled guard, and coach telling me pregame, when he's locked in defensively, Murray is a problem. He can create havoc on the perimeter. Plus, I like how over the years he's built on his offensive game. DeJounte is such a solid player. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
And that's what we've come to expect from Zion. Exactly.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. And Jokic throws it down.
Sees his man, threads the pass inside. Excellent teamwork.
Maybe not the title you want, but Jamal Murray is probably the best player never named an All-Star.
Yeah, interesting. It's kind of like being the last player or the best player not to win a major in golf. I mean, he is a devastating, lethal scorer and a really good passer, too. And he's been right there on the cusp. I think it speaks more to the strength and quality of talent in the West than it does to Jamal Murray's lack of ability. I mean, he's an all-star caliber player for sure.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. MP, yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. MP's got 6.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Valanciunas with it. He's picked up by Williamson. Murray against Murray. Pass to Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Here's MP. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Guys, by many accounts, the Denver Nuggets had one of the better summers of any team, fortifying their depth and acquiring Cam Johnson from the Nets. In their chase for another title, they seem to have taken steps in the right direction.
They're all in. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Look at who's out there now for Denver. Brown, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Brown comes in for Hardaway, and it's Jones in for Jamal Murray. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Here's MP, and he hits it to tie the game. 10 points for him.
You can certainly see the potential that MP has working inside the paint like that.
And a foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. They've got Peyton Watson, Murray out there with Tim Hardaway. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
And the dunk by Bay.
Yeah, flashing that athleticism. Bay really packs a punch on these dunks.
Oh, what a slam from the big man, Jokic.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
Pelicans trail by 11. Here's MP. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
That is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Now here's Murray. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game. Here's Jokic. Hardaway from outside. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
This is Hardaway Jr.'s bread and butter. Really lethal off the catch.
And so Murray will bring it up for the Pelicans. Down low, MP drops it in.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Spurs put forth a nice effort. He ended up with 12 points and helped their cause with 4 rebounds as well. It ended up being such a solid night for him, putting in a lot of energy and making things happen for his team. Guys?
Nice work, Allie. Thank you. We saw him play in attack mode the other day. We'll see if he can keep it up in this one.
You know, I think he can. A repeat performance should be no problem for him.
And, you know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
On the wing, Bay. Jacks up a 3, sinks the tray. And now just a 3-point Denver lead.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Jokic with a screen on Murray. Murray passes to Jokic. Over to the wing. The 3 from Valanciunas. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Last time they met was in New Orleans.
And last time against this team, they struggled with foul trouble. It led to an ugly loss.
The foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
Here's Murray. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Poole from long range. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 1. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Welcome.
Yeah, I've been impressed with all those guys so far, but I want to see who holds up down the stretch.
Yeah, the length of an NBA season tends to take its toll on rookies. And fellas, you take a look at the Nuggets. A close game so far through the first half.
I like that follow-through on the offensive end, not taking the shot.
And that's a wrap on halftime.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, in the first half, he taught a class on how to make your teammates look good.
And, you know, that's what delights him most. That's what he takes most pride in. He loves being the chief facilitator.
Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Zion Williamson out there with MP. Then there's Sadiq Bey, then it's Murray, and it's Poole in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Poole. Pass to Williamson. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. And there's Poole on the assist by MP. MP's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Nuggets shooting continues to impress. 65% from the field. And Jokic throws it down.
Tonight it's been all Joker all the time. He's been pouring it on here.
The Pelicans trail. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one-of-a-kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Watson passes to Murray. Now Jokic. Outside Watson. Puts up a 3. Drills it from deep. And now it's a 5-point Denver lead.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Williamson passes to MP. Outside Murray. Now here's MP. Pass to Williamson. Back to MP. They outside. Lets it go from deep. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 6 assists here tonight. Now Murray. 12 points for him. And here's Jokic. from downtown, and it's MP with a rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Poole, the pass to MP. Here's Murray. Back to MP. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. They now take the lead. Bay's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And Jokic throws it down.
When Jokic is rolling like this, it's a beautiful thing to watch, and there's not a lot the defense can do. The Joker, as a matchup, is a nightmare.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. Jones, he's checked in for New Orleans. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Well, you got
Substitution on the court.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Murray for 3, drops in the 3. Murray's got 13 in the second half.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Tim Hardaway is out there with Murray. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Nikola Jokic. And it's Watson in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now here's MP. Now Poole. And here's MP. Just 5 to shoot. Now Bay, beyond the arc. Money from 3.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Now here's MP. Here's Murray.
You know, they're not willing to give Murray any easy buckets here. Dean him up as tight as they can, even if it means fouling.
No good on that one. Good on the second one. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
Well, I tell you what, passes like that from Murray will keep his teammates working hard to get open because they know he'll find it.
Now Bay. Outside Murray. Here's Poole. Now Bay for 3. Murray pulls it down. It's Watson on the wing. He's covered by Bay. Valanciunas fires. And the 3 misses.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Now Williamson. Wow! Zion making his presence felt inside.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
The Nuggets lead by 7. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Jokic the screen. Murray! Bay rips down the board.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. Maybe a step out of his range. His game continuing to evolve, guys, and shots like this prove Murray is the real deal.
Here's Valanciunas. Catch from downtown!
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And with confidence, Murray stepping up at a crucial point in this game.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. 14 foul.
Murray Outside Valanciunas, and stolen by Williamson.
Just a great play on D to throw him off the shot and force a turnover. And in these big moments, DeJounte Murray is a great option. Just rises to the occasion.
And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Coming up clutch there at the line, making it a 2-possession game.
Outside Murray. Here's MP. Shoots a three. It's money from deep.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes. Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Sure, it's not over. Clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. The Pelicans call timeout. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Murray knocks down the trifecta.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Here's Murray. Hardaway on the wing. The three is in.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
The Pelicans call timeout. What's the best strategy for him?
No option here but to go for 3. Maybe set up a screen, carve out some space, and try to get a clean look at the 3.
Murray fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. So a close game sees Denver taking this one. And now they'll move on in the NBA Cup tournament to the West semifinals.
They've got their sights set on winning that cup this year. So
obviously a tough loss for you.
I don't think we have to go back to the drawing board.
BA, over to you.
Thanks, Jennifer. And that's